Yo, what is happening, my fellow wrestling fans? It's Hollywood Steve back at you on the Hollywood Steve Wrestling Podcast. Some latest news and notes here. So we got an update on Dexter Lumis. Now, we're going to give you guys an update here on why Dexter Lumis has not been in the WWE for a while. He's been off TV. So, according to Ringside News, Dexter Lumis was one of the superstars that Triple H brought back to television after he took over as chief content officer. He had a little angle with The Miz, as we all remember. The whole stalking thing, which is really weird. But Lumis hasn't been seen in a while. And there's a reason for that. It says here that Dexter Lumis was really last seen in NXT as he swept Indy Hartwell off her feet once again. And after carrying her off into the sunset, many fans thought they would see them together, would see them on the main roster next. But things didn't pan out for them quite like that, as we all know. Indy is currently out of action with an injury, so she got hurt. So, and then they stopped her run cold as NXT Women's Champion, and it says here too that Ringside News is saying that this might have affected Dexter Lumis' booking as well, because WWE doesn't have anything for him right now. So, and according to Sean Ross Sapp behind Fightful Select's paywall, Dexter Lumis is not injured, nor has he been released. Lumis is still getting a WWE paycheck, but there is just no creative plans for him at this time. So, we got no creative plans for Dexter Lumis right now. So, Odyssey Jones is coming to NXT. As you know, Gable Steveson announced his match for Great American Bash this weekend. He is staying with NXT. He's gonna be something to watch. He's gonna be absolutely something to watch. Now, this just coming across today. WWE presenting No Mercy as NXT's next premium live event. So now, WWE through NXT is bringing back some of these classic pay-per-views, old school pay-per-views. We have the Great American Bash, which is a NXT only premium live event. And it says right here, WWE brings back big events for their NXT brand on a consistent basis. They are also able to hit the road more often for those premium live events. And with the Great American Bash coming this weekend, and they aren't done yet. During the media call to hype Great American Bash, Shawn Michaels confirmed that No Mercy is coming as an NXT premium live event for NXT. Fans won't have to wait long, as they will hold that event in September. And No Mercy is coming to Bakersfield, California on September 30th from the Mechanic Bank Arena in Bakersfield. So Bakersfield's going to play host to No Mercy. And No Mercy was, as we know, No Mercy once was a WWE main roster pay-per-view, one that Shawn Michaels has been featured in before as well. Only time will tell what they book for the next No Mercy show. But it's nice to see that WWE is still using that name, for sure. So that's awesome. That's awesome. NXT is bringing back No Mercy. I love that. Also, we have WWE confirms new match for SummerSlam. We have, what do we got? Let's see. SummerSlam is slated to take over Detroit's Ford Field on August 5th, 2023. And the show just got bigger. A few matches have been teased or even challenged, but they aren't official until WWE books them, and now we know one more official match. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler used to be very close, and many give Baszler credit for the fact that Rousey became a WWE fan in the first place. Now we know that the two former friends will throw down at the biggest party of the summer. WWE sent out a post on social media that officially booked Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler for SummerSlam. No stipulation has been announced at this time, but Baszler previously said that she will give Rousey a fight. Okay, so there we go. And we even got the rundown of the matches. Here we go. So here's a quick rundown of SummerSlam. WWE World Heavyweight Championship, Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. WWE Women's Championship match is a triple threat. Asuka, Charlotte Flair, and Bianca Belair. WWE Universal title, Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa versus Jey Uso. IC title, Gunther versus Drew McIntyre. Logan Paul versus Ricochet, Becky Lynch and versus Trish Stratus, and Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. And that is your match. That is the match card for SummerSlam thus far. That's a pretty good card. That's a pretty good card, wrestling fans. That is a really, really good card, actually. That is a really good card. Really good card. Extremely good card. And WWE is not pitching creative ideas for Lacey Evans. Unfortunately, we have not seen Lacey Evans on TV for a while. WWE says here WWE has a loaded roster, and there isn't time to feature everyone each week. Still, the fact that someone's name is being pitched in creative meetings is at least a sign that something could be in the works. That doesn't seem to be the case for Lacey Evans, unfortunately. Ringside News reached out to confirm Lacey Evans' current status in WWE. She is not medically disqualified, but that doesn't mean that there are ideas for her at this time. And she, being a tenured member of the WWE creative team, confirmed to us that there are currently no creative plans being discussed for Lacey Evans at this time, and there are a lot of names going around, but she is not one of them, unfortunately. WWE has their share of controversies, but when Lacey Evans started using a character that was similar to Sergeant Slaughter, things really didn't go well. He spoke out, and his daughter as well, as they dragged Lacey Evans, and the lady of WWE fired back a few times. Now, Sergeant Slaughter is still speaking on the subject. So, as you guys may remember, Lacey Evans when she returned. She came back as a soldier. Used her veteran status as part of her character. And obviously that did not go over very well. And so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is, and I just came across AEW unexpected match for Will Ospreay at All In on London. AEW is reporting that AEW is saying that AEW is going to bring a massive show to Wembley Stadium on August 27th for All In London. Although the event is going to be a practical sellout already, they are not going to skimp on the card whatsoever. In fact, the company has a huge match in the works for Will Ospreay. AEW fans last saw Will Ospreay compete against Kenny Omega at AEW and New Japan's Forbidden Door event. That was quite a contest, and it is still regarded as one of the best matches in 2023 so far. Ospreay is not done in AEW at all. Sean Ross Sapp noted behind Fightful's paywall that AEW has a huge match in store for Will Ospreay at All In London. The thing isn't that he won't be facing. The thing is, he won't be facing Kenny Omega because his opponent is Chris Jericho. Fightful Select confirmed that the IWGP United States Champion Will Ospreay is being planned and is expected to wrestle in his home country of England at AEW All In. The match is currently being planned. Isn't a rematch with Kenny Omega, however. It is going to be with... We're told that New Japan sources... We're told by New Japan sources that the plan relayed to them in July was Ospreay competing against former AEW, WCW, ROH, and WWE World Champion Chris Jericho. And the report went on to note that he told Don Callis is factored into the question somehow, but we're not sure of which side he'll be on. He's been courting Chris Jericho on screen on AEW Dynamite for weeks, but accompanied Will Ospreay at AEW and New Japan Forbidden Door. Will Ospreay spoke in the past how he's interested in wrestling at AEW All In London. That being said, some members of the AEW roster were not thrilled that he is taking a spot on the AEW show as a New Japan talent. So, Will Ospreay. Now here's a top story that just came across. Dominic Mysterio is expected to lose the NXT North American Championship to his dad, Rey Mysterio Jr. Wow. Rey gonna take the title off of his son Dominic, and could that be the end of Dominic Mysterio as champion? Well, we shall see about that. Alright, I know that's a lot to take in, a lot of news, guys, a lot of things. WWE, AEW. But that's what the Hollywood Steve Wrestling Podcast is all about. I give you I give you reviews of Raw, SmackDown. I know I haven't done that in a while. But I give you reviews of Raw, SmackDown, and the pay-per-views, and anything that comes across the news wires with pro wrestling, including AEW and WWE. So there we go, wrestling fans. That is all the news for right now. Thanks for watching. Remember, guys, ring that bell for notifications. Comment, share, subscribe. And remember, when you're Hollywood Steve, life is it's too sweet.